Hey everyone, how you doing today? Mike Zuber and Omar. We are talking about the Affordability Index. How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. As you know, the Affordability Index saved Olivia and I big time back in 2007. It is the single metric that I look at about once a month because it really tells me how healthy, or at least how I think how healthy my market is. So I thought we should talk about it because I think we are going to see the Affordability Index fall. Now, let's be clear. California is an index from 0 to 100. Other states, go find yours. Sometimes it's 0 to 200. Go figure out your market. In California, California Association of Realtors, or car.org, is where you can find it. So what's the Affordability Index in the high desert? Do you have it up in front of you?
San Bernardino County is Q3 of 2020, Q4 of 2020, just last, and it dropped 48.
It dropped from what, like 51?
52, and it dropped to 48.
Well, that's a pretty big move. So what do you have the whole up? Like, could you tell us what it was 4 years ago or a couple of years ago? Just
No.
okay.
Historical.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I'm pulling it up now.
Yeah.
And this is something that I'm looking at it, and it's interesting because
So what
it'll tell you what the future is going to happen.
Oh, exactly. So let's break down what is the Affordability Index and why it's so important and why it's my measure of when to sell. First off, the Affordability Index basically tells you what the average person in your county what percentage of the average families can buy the average home in your community. It's a collection of basically three metrics. What is the average price? What is the average income? And then what is the average payment? And the payment, obviously the biggest adjustment is interest rate. So what could cause the Affordability Index to fall? And why do all of us need to watch it? Again,
Got it up.
There you go. So what was it like in 2016 or whatever, 18 or whatever you can see?
Okay, so 2000. Let's go with 2018.
Okay.
Q4 of 2018 for San Bernardino County was a 48.
Okay. All right.
Okay, but now let's go to 2007.
There you go.
28.
There you go. Yeah. So would it be better to sell? Is it a red flag when it's really that low, when it's 27? That means only 1 in 4 people can afford it today, 1 in 2. That's what it says.
That is insane.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So what could cause a 48 to fall? There are really only 3 things. One is prices.
Yep.
And I think we all believe prices are going up. So for example, if prices went up 10% and nothing else changed, right? None of the other 2 factors changed, affordability would drop probably from 48 to 41, 40, something of that nature, right? Because it's all tied together, right? Higher price means higher payment means less people could afford. That's how this logic works. The other factor, which could be a double negative, and that's what I think we are going to see for the next 6 months or 12 months, is interest rates. If we have rising prices and rising interest rates, you will see a compound effect on higher payments, and higher payments will mean less people can afford. If we have 10% appreciation and the average 30-year rate goes from 3 to 4.5, we could see affordability crash in probably the low 30s, right? And then the final one is income. Right? Income, income could fall. I don't think anybody out there today sees income falling. In fact, I think we see income rising in the near future.
For sure.
So again, rising incomes kind of can cut some of this off, but that's what it means. And at least in San Bernardino County, when your affordability index gets sub 30 based on 2007 as a number, that's at least a yellow flag, right? I don't know how low it got, right? I don't know what the high and low is. But in my market of Fresno, it got all the way down to 20. And just for grades,
did it really?
Yeah, it got as low as 20 in like Q3 of 08, I think. Something like that.
Oh, yeah, 22%.
There you go.
22% in quarter one of '06.
There you go. So, I mean, it can get wicked low. I mean, that's when, there's just crazy. That 22, sell everything, right? Sell everything. Cause it could get less affordable, but not much. I mean, it's just, pretty soon nobody qualifies. That's what it's saying.
Okay, so let me ask you, if it's a 22 back
Mm-hmm.
in '06, what do you think it's comparable now? So a 22 in '06, obviously there's more money being made now.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's pumping the freaking economy with more money and they're printing more.
Mm-hmm.
Value of the dollar's depreciating. It's freaking shitty. But now, is that same 22 going to be a 27 or a 29 in this market? Because remember, now people have money now.
No, the beauty is I think 22 is always 22, right? 22 is
Oh, okay.
always be pretty close to the bottom because again, let's take that 22 and compare it to today's 48, right? You said today is 48, or at least Q4 was 48.
48.
So what is the difference? Price points, I bet you probably a little bit higher than '06 in San Bernardino County, like median home price,
Okay.
but not much, probably like 10% higher, right? Because you went high, and then it came down, and it came back. That's my guess. That's what Fresno is, right? Fresno peaked out in like '07 at like 360. It went all the way down to like 210. And now we're back at 370 or 380. So we're like 5 or 10% above last peak. However, interest rates are a half of what they were. They were about 6.5 in '06, 6.5%. Now they're, 2.5 or 2 3/4 for owner occupants. So again, price to price, right? Even the payments are down 40%, and it's all about payments. And oh, by the way, incomes are probably up 15% from '06. So again,
Right. Okay.
I think a 48 is very safe. But we do have what I believe is going to be two negative events that will compound each other for the next 12 months, and that is rising prices and rising interest rates. And we get another pop at interest rates that takes the 30-year owner occupied to like 3.5 or 4. We're going to see a slowdown, in my opinion.
We're gonna hit 4. Watch in summer.
Ooh, calling it. I like it. Calling 4% 30-year by the summer. Ooh, that would be.
Well, this is Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, that would be. That would cause the real estate market to slow down. That rate of change is quick. I think the Fed freaks out if that happens. Frankly, I think they do unnatural things to fight that.
Probably, but this is what I want to tell everyone that's listening is that even 3 weeks ago or not, less than a month ago, a 3% loan was free.
Yeah.
Now a 3% loan costs you $78,000.
Yeah, points.
Depending on your loan amount.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah.
So
right.
what's that tell you? That if you don't want to pay anything to get a lower rate, you're going to get a 3.25 or a 3.4.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I think we've seen the bottom in 30-year rates. And for me, that's game changing, right? I started investing 20 years ago, and generally speaking, rates have gone down. There have been some intermittent ups and downs, but the rate of change has historically been negative. I think that changes for the next 5 to 10 years. And that will just change the behavior, right? You're no longer doing cash out refis or rate in terms, right? You have to contemplate, do I really want to do a cash out refi because I take my 3% rate and get 4.25 and negative leverage and all these calculations? It's going to be a lot less cash out refis. You're going to be just a lot more holding, a lot more subject to, because the rate's important. So lots of stuff coming.
A ton of subject tos.
I think that's true. Yeah.
That's going to be awesome though, honestly.
Oh, for the creative entrepreneurs like you that have experience and reputation, it's going to be a gold mine.
Oh, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. It's going to be very cool. So yeah, I look at the other thing to know about the affordability index is it doesn't change that fast, right? A 4-point move, that's pretty significant. But that's why I look at it monthly, right? I look at it monthly. And again, we could go 48 to 44 to 40, but it's not going to drop 10 points. At least I've never seen it drop 10 points in a quarter. But it is that yellow red flag for me, right? 25 is a yellow flag in my market. 20 is a red flag. now I joke saying I'm going to sell everything. I may not sell everything, but I'll sell a big percentage if it got there. And to be clear, I'm okay selling and sitting on cash. I know that freaks people out, but if I don't have a better investment, I can live with cash, and I'll be sitting on the sidelines for 18 or 24 months waiting for the next.
Wait,
Yeah, just waiting.
this is what you're going to be doing.
I've been here
waiting.
before. Yeah. I'll go take a nice vacation for like 90 days, just totally check out. And then, we'll come back and see what happens. Any other questions
Beautiful.
about the affordability index?
No, this is perfect, Michael. This is good because it gives everybody a sense of like, hey, you guys can track it and just know when to sell the portfolio, and not maybe all of it, but the good, with a ton of equities.
Yep.
So
very cool. Thanks,
Yeah.
brother.